We will not copyright or trademark that. We do not have the rights to this at all. Please do not sue us. Thank you.
Welcome back to These Unprecedented Gays, your go-to podcast for all things queer, where we unpack the nuances of LGBTQ plus life in these unprecedented times. Yeah, on Friars, like not too far from here.
I learned about that today.
Yeah, it's a Friars Fire, and we were like okay, so like there was, okay.
Break it down, girl.
So break it down. Your city is broken up into zones. Everybody's city is broken up into zones. Those zones will dictate when something happens, your evacuation order. All right?
Is this public information?
Huh?
Is this public information?
Yes. So that area was evacuated right where the fire was.
Okay.
The zone next to it, which is like right before the 163, was set. So they were like, get ready just in case we need you to evacuate. You guys will be next. And then we were just on the other side of that one.
So you were almost in the get ready?
Correct. Yeah. So, but, you know, keep in mind that, you know, it's just crazy because, like, we had all the fires in LA, and then just the other day, 3 or 4 of them popped up.
There was one in Bonsall?
Bonsall? Yeah. It was called the Lilac Fire.
Wait, it's Bonsall?
I think it's Bonsall.
Like tonsil? Would it be?
I think so.
I thought it was Bonsall.
Maybe. I don't know. And then there was a couple of other ones. And then, of course, we had this one yesterday. And then there was one near Sarah and Ron this morning.
Rancho Bernardo.
Today,
yeah.
In Rancho
But
Bernardo.
They all got distinguished.
Yes.
They all got distinguished. They got extinguished.
Distinguished.
What a distinguished fire!
You know, this is what they say when they have it under control. Forward progression has been halted.
Oh.
I was like, how fancy does that sound?
Wait, if there's like a situation at work for you, can you be like, forward progression has halted?
Exactly.
When you have it under control.
So it's been a crazy couple of days, like in San Diego at that. Like we've only had little fires here and there, so that's good. And that's kind of been my week because like we were at work yesterday and they were like, what's that smoke? And all of a sudden it's just a big black plume and we're like, oh, and we're like all trying to figure out what's going on, what's happening, what's the news.
Is your office, because your office is more east?
We're more east from where it was.
Because I'm trying to think, like, I'm not mapping.
So,
like,
do you know where Fashion Valley Mall is over here?
It's further to the right.
North of Fashion Valley Mall.
Right
It was across the street from it with the where the apartment complexes were.
Okay. So it's
we're over.
You are here, not to your office.
Correct. Yes.
Kind of that big hill that goes up to University of San Diego.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like that hillside, I think is.
Well, and then I'm like trying to call Andy, and he's like, he doesn't answer, and then he texts me. He's like, I'm on a call, and I'm like, there's a fire.
Oh my God! You would think I was about to get burned down.
I don't know. I'm like, they asked us at work, they're like, so if you had to save anything, if there was a fire and you had to evacuate, what would you take? And I was like, Andy and Baxter. Mm-hmm. That's my biggest concerns. Mm-hmm. You know, and I'm like, and so I'm just like, there's a fire. He's
and
like,
my 1972 Chateau Mouton Rothschild.
I was going to say, and your
the wine,
your orange mixer.
Exactly.
Yeah, my anchors with the yellow Wonder.
But and then he's like, he calls me. He's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, the fire's closer to you than it is to me." He's like, "Well, I don't smell anything." And I'm like, "'Cause you're inside."
More like, so they contained it quickly, right?
It took about an hour or so for them to contain it.
That's quick.
And it went from like less than an acre to like 4 or 5 acres really fast.
And what caused it?
They don't know.
A spark. Oxygen, fuel.
Combustion.
So that was my week. How was yours, Joe? Oh, well, I'm Paul.
And I'm Joe. I was like, who are you?
We're these unprecedented gays.
And a whole new podcast.
I know. We are like, okay, so everybody, we have upgraded. Okay, we now have these
We're
little
wireless.
We're wireless.
Right?
Yes.
Right? Yeah, there's no wires.
There's no wires.
It's all wireless.
If you've ever seen some of the pictures, sometimes we posted about the podcast where we schlep in these 4 big microphones on stands, and then poor dog has to navigate through all of the wires and everything. So we went wireless as a 2025 new us.
It's funny too because like there's no like, well, not interventions, but like there's nothing like in between. Like normally, like the mic's in front of me and I can't see Andy, or like I can kind of see Paul, and now I like actually can see you guys.
Yeah.
Be naked and afraid.
I know.
I'm
so exposed.
So this was inspired, like when you watch YouTube videos and people are using these little wireless mics more and more, and so far, pretty slick.
and I'm still very like surprised how small like they are. Like the technology packed in a
It's
little
huge.
punch. We have the smallest mics. We have the best mics. That's my bad from.
So how was your week, Joe?
So this week was pretty okay. I think I got food poisoning over the weekend, which was fun. But it was like not bad food poisoning. It was just like coming out one end, not both.
Do you know what you ate that maybe triggered it?
I don't know. So we so there was MLK weekend, which was great because we had a holiday. I think this is only the second company I've ever worked for that celebrated MLK Day, and I'm like, good job, you're not racist. So because everywhere I've ever worked, I'm like, oh, like MLK Day, and they're like, no. I'm like, oh, right. But after like COVID and like George Floyd and a lot of companies started MLKing. So we on the weekend went to what was the place called? Maddie. For my old coworker Tiffany's birthday in what was it? Normal Heights.
Oh, that's the place that has you gotta really get early reservations.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
it fills up fast because it's not very large.
No, it's really, really small, and it's like a '60s Art Deco sort of vibe.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty good. So the food was tasty. I don't know if that's what like did me dirty.
So other than the food poisoning, how was the play, Mr. Lincoln? He got shot during a play, and it was like other than the assassination, how was the play, Mr. Lincoln?
So actually, related to Lincoln, there's a show at the La Jolla Playhouse called like The Three Lincolns or something.
Oh yeah,
February 18th. I want to see.
Not Gabraham Twinkin.
Yeah,
I would watch that
because we're watching the reboot of Will and Grace, and in that. Jack has a one-man show called Gabraham Twinkin.
I remember that.
The true untold gay story of Abraham Lincoln.
I feel like it'll be a fun one. So we did that. I got chilaquiles because that's my go-to. And they had, was it churro?
The waffle churro sticks.
Waffle churro sticks. So, okay. They came with like a jalapeno blackberry sauce.
Oh.
It was not good.
Oh.
No, it was tasty. But
No.
you have to like jalapeno.
No, it didn't have any blueberry. It was just jalapeno, and it was
Maybe that's what did you dirty. It was the
They may have done me
jalapenos.
dirty. Well, I think kind of what might have done me dirty is the cookies we had after Coco Junes or whatever.
It always comes down to the cookies.
It was really, really good because we got we were just like walking around, and it was this like cute little bakery, and I'm like, oh well, let's go in, and they had like a cookies and cream cookie, and the frosting was buttercream, and I was like, yes. So it was a buttercream cookie, and it was really, really tasty. So that was the weekend, and then kind of just been relaxing and living life. What have y'all been up to?
No, just fire.
We're getting ready to be away for...
Yeah, I can't wait to get away.
You guys are going, like, you go...
We're going into
one
deep
place.
fire community. I mean, technically, I think there's fires all through there.
Yeah, I mean,
Palm
we're
Springs.
going to Palm Desert, so
But they don't have a lot of trees there.
Well, it's actually the part to the west of Palm Springs is still, I guess, a high danger zone right now.
Is that by, like, Cathedral City or whatever?
we're going past Cathedral City.
They're,
like-
aren't they near it? Like, Palm Springs Cathedral City? Those
Yeah,
are-
it goes in that direction. So we're going even further east from there, called La Quinta, like
Ooh,
closer.
you're going to Kiki?
Yeah.
Which one, La Quinta?
And I was like watching a thing about like the history of La Quinta, and actually there was a resort there called La Quinta, had 20 rooms in it, and the city was built around
The hotel?
The hotel.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
I
there
was
wasn't anything there before? It was
no.
just a hotel?
It was just, but it was a resort that places like people like Frank Sinatra and Elizabeth Taylor and stuff would go out there because it was like quiet and they could get away and stuff. So it was like, it was cool. Yeah.
I mean, look at you, La Quinta Inn, making a thing.
And they were like, yeah, we're going to stay at the La Quinta. And I'm like,
not La Quinta Inn, right?
Right. But it's like, that's what I thought.
Well, because La Quinta Inn is like a hotel.
Right.
I know, yeah, like La Quinta Inn.
It's like a motel.
That's what, when I was traveling, that was my budget.
Oh, okay.
I'm on that La Quinta budget.
The other La Quinta.
Correct. The cheaper La Quinta.
Yeah, we're on the finer La Quinta.
You're on
say
the Four Seasons.
La Quinta.
We're the resort and club budget.
Okay, okay, Clubisha. One thing I did want to say is that obviously, there's been some movement in politics this week, which I don't want to give much space to, but I have kind of like taken a step away from like Instagram and Facebook because I just couldn't do it anymore. And it's like crazy how like even though I like logged out of Instagram, like I still like click it, and I'm like, Jesus, like chill out. So I'm glad I'm taking a break because I'm like, I clearly needed to like get out of the habit.
It is very the hold it has on us is crazy because it's like,
cleanse.
And then there's so much happening at such a pace that is a whirlwind of just emotions and feelings, and you don't have time to process it before something else happens.
Yes, it's just like, and another one, and another one.
Yeah, and
like,
so I've been trying to stay away from it and like posting more on like the SD oral surgeon one and like, doing other stuff so I can like kind of stay away from that. But then I'm like, I make sure to send stuff to my friends and make them feel better.
Oral surgery, like curated stuff on oral surgery is probably different than what your regular.
Correct. So I'm just like this is great.
Wait, is it just like a bunch of like tooth extractions?
No.
Floor page?
No.
I want to know what
you got extractions and hot men.
I use ChatGPT to help me out a lot of those posts because I'm like, write me a post about wisdom teeth.
ChatGPT is great.
Yeah, it does a great job. So I'm like, okay, copy paste, boom, I'm done.
But no, like, because you guys, that's like for the business, right?
Right.
But like the explore page still probably has stuff that like is relevant.
A lot of the stuff is on that one. It's a lot of just different dental offices and things like that. Whereas on these unprecedented gays one,
it's Mans's.
It's Mans's. It is drag queens
and more Mans's. You have too many accounts.
I know, right?
So what I'm trying to figure out is when you turn off social media, how do you get your fill of boys in Speedos?
There's another website called Tumblr.
No, that's still around?
No, Tumblr's
yeah, it's still around.
But it's just not the naked stuff.
Right.
Okay.
So you just do guys in Speedos space Tumblr. And there's plenty.
It's enough.
Or
he likes the mystery.
Listen, or you just go on YouTube and look up old Olympics, like Olympic diving, or like current diving.
See, that's where synchronized diving is better because you get two for the price of one. It's a twofer.
I love a BOGO. The divers are very petite. They're very compact. Like male divers are not like. I don't know if it's just that they need to be smaller to like dive better, but like a lot of the good, like Tom Daly is short.
Yeah,
well,
they're like
they have to
5'4".
Yeah, they're really short.
Yeah, and when they hit the water, they can't have a big splash.
They go like, bloop.
Yeah, exactly. Bloop. And speaking of bloops, it's time for mouth to mouth. Mouth to mouth resuscitation. Okay, so this is what is giving me life. It's an app that you have to download. And
Is
I
it
sent
Red Note?
No.
It's fire adjacent.
I
Jesus
sent this to you guys, and it's called Watch Duty.
Wait, is it where you record yourself pooping and send a friend?
No, right? Let's do that.
Trademark it?
That's Duty Watch.
Duty Watch.
But it tells you when there is a fire close to you.
Oh.
And it gives you all the information that you need to know. It'll send you notices if there's a evacuation notice or something like that. So it is, and it works in real time because it's based on what the firefighters and first responders and emergency personnel is getting. You're not waiting to go on Google and see if somebody reported that there was a fire.
Right. So, wow, okay.
So if you download it, especially during this high fire season, it works really great because it'll tell you, especially if it's really close to you, what's happening. That's how I knew about the Friars Fire and how I knew about...
I think Friars Fire is at the Padres Stadium.
Yeah.
That's where you get your deep fries.
Wait, isn't the
Friars Fire?
There isn't the fryer?
No, it's all grilled stuff, like barbecue.
They gotta change that restaurant now because people are gonna know.
We're kidding. It doesn't actually exist.
Making jokes. Okay.
And that's also how I knew about the one up in Bernardo Center Drive with Sarah and Ron, so I could be like, "Oh my God, did you guys hear what's going on?"
So Paul is very plugged in right now on fires everywhere.
Yeah.
Are you just? I was going to say, how many fires are near us right now?
Thank God.
There is one actually.
Where is it?
It's up in by Del Mar.
Download the app, you'll find out.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's also raised because of the LA fire incidents that happened. I think it's like a top 10 app now, right?
I think so. Yeah, it's getting downloaded like crazy, and like they use it, especially like SDG&E and stuff. Use it because they can get real-time notifications because if they've got to turn power off or something like that, it's nice for them to have.
Well, and it's also a true truth, if that makes sense. Like, because social media, it's like it sometimes comes in blips, and like if you're like, when is this? Where is this? Like, do I have to do anything? So this actually does give you like a true like data-driven like news.
So that's what's given me life,
Interesting.
literally and figuratively.
Okay, but like, are you
You're right,
getting,
that's
like,
one up by Del Mar.
are you getting like your fire certification now? Like, are you like the fire guy?
I'm a flamer.
Why is it red though? What's the red stuff?
That's because it happened. It's most recent.
No. Like, why is there like a red zone?
I think it's I don't know.
Are they in like
It's
a
in
danger?
a high alert area.
Yeah, like they're high danger or
You
something.
see
probably.
how it goes all the way pretty much to India.
That's like all of Southern
And
California.
it gives you different sizes, and if it's active or it hasn't been or like whatever, that it's like because you'll see the Eaton fire and everything is a different color.
They're still not. They're still going.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's more contained than it has been.
But
so,
still, what's the hues?
so
70% of the power. This is a really amazing tool.
it's a great app, isn't it?
Wow.
Like so, yeah.
And if they want to sponsor us, they're welcome to.
Yes, I love your app, so I'll be happy to.
Our new segment,
talk
What's
about
Hot? Smoking.
I love how to the right of like the Mississippi, there's none.
Because they're under snow
because
right
they're all
now.
under snow. So
I heard this Saturday we're supposed to get some rain
Really?
in Southern California, so that might
hopefully.
offer a little relief because the dryness is definitely a factor.
Well,
yes,
if we have a torrential downpour, that could help with the fires. Obviously, maybe it'll put them out.
You know,
Maybe.
I lived in a place in Baltimore, right out of grad school, and there was like a fire that happened there, and the fire literally was burning stuff underground, and it ran for years. That fire continued to burn for years. Like there's nothing you can do because it's just this smoldering thing. But it was like a vacant lot, and isn't that crazy?
They have
That
one of
is
those in
crazy.
St. Louis too.
Wait, hold on.
It's just the fire that's going. It's underground. The one in St. Louis. I don't know about the one in Baltimore.
How is it underground?
No, sorry. That one in St. Louis is. I don't know about Baltimore.
The one in Baltimore is underground. It is like a place where people dumped recycling and trash and refuse.
Yes.
And, there's a lot of places where there are air gaps and the fire just burns, slow burn. But if you look, have you ever looked at a field and saw like smoke rising up and stuff? Sometimes that's underground.
oh my God, that's
Okay, that new fear unlocked. I didn't know fire was around.
The one in St. Louis is getting like very close to like a thing that could become a bigger problem in the long term.
Is it the like the
it's
city?
St. Louis, so it's fine.
No, but is it like in the city?
It's outside the city.
Well, tell Nelly to do something about it.
Come on, Nelly. Fix that underground fire.
Even
Wait,
though
do we like Nelly?
Even though he performed at the inauguration.
I was going to say, do we like Nelly?
Get your bag, bro. You need it. I'm like, I can't.
He needs a new Band-Aid.
Well, and he's got to, he's got to get new grills.
It's a landfill. It's on fire.
Oh
It's
God.
still under but it's underground. And anyway,
I need to Google how that works. My mind is having a hard time wrapping around it.
It just goes to show you that you can be afraid of things you know, but there's 100 things you don't know that you should be afraid of.
That is absolutely true. Like anything that's in Australia, that's a bug.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking.
Or any like deep sea like water creature.
yeah,
Or
it's
spiders.
scary.
So what's giving you life, Joe?
So it may have given me diarrhea, but I think Coco June cookies were giving me life. I don't think it was that.
It wasn't.
I don't think it was that because you didn't have any issues.
No.
And because I was like, did I have norovirus? But no. So like the cookies were really, 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 really good, and they had a cookies and cream, and then a birthday cake cookie, and then a s'mores, and then what else? And then a dark chocolate.
Okay.
So maybe it was a lot of
kind of
butter.
getting a psychic message from the spirits, and all I keep hearing is chilaquiles.
Chilaquiles? Yes. It was the chips.
Salmon mousse.
What's really interesting about this going to this place was we were there for your friend's birthday.
Yes.
So we're like, let's walk. We're about a mile away. Let's walk over to
Ann's Dry Cleaning.
Ann's Dry Cleaning to get some gelato. No big deal. Nice, easy walk.
Love
nice,
Ann's Dry
nice
Cleaning.
day. We walk over there, and there is a 30-minute line.
They're always busy.
I've never experienced.
I've never seen the line. Yeah,
at
we
Ann's
always
Dry
just
Cleaning.
usually renting like just stop by.
So it's cool. I'm like so awesome to see that them doing this well.
And they're opening up. They just opened up another one, right? Like Ang's Tailoring or something like that, and another location. Yeah. So.
Oh, is that okay? Because I have to get my pants, not these ones. I have to get my pants tailored, and it was like Ann's Tailoring. So good to know that it's not an alteration.
It's gelato.
We went to this place to get a cookie as we were walking to get gelato. We got to the gelato, didn't stay in line, walked back.
And how are you guys so thin?
Walked back to the cookie place. And
it was
we're
a walk.
Hey, we're back. And so for the second time.
Yes, and on the way we passed. What was it? The world's incredible cheesecake. Something.
Oh, the Incredible Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah, okay. Is it incredible?
It is very good, but it is
Okay.
very rich.
Okay.
Because I have bought cheesecakes from there, and they are.
But wait, this is not Cheesecake Factory.
No,
this
it's
is
just-
No,
It's
this
like
is the
Incredible Cheesecake
The
something.
Incredible Cheesecake Factory.
It's a little sketchy. She's
But
right by a freeway.
Incredible Cheesecake Company.
Oh, Incredible
Company.
Cheesecake Company. Okay, but they have one that's. They have a particular cheesecake that is named after a star, and I can't remember who it is, but it's actually really, really
Is it
good.
the Dolly Parton.
No, I really wish
Lady
it,
Gaga?
because that would just be meat.
Meat cheesecake sounds good.
Merv Griffin. There you go. It's actually it's really good, but I would buy stuff for people's birthdays to be like, oh, I want a cheesecake, and I'd go there and get
Who's Merv Griffin?
Oh my God, you don't know who Merv Griffin
Look at
is?
the decor of the.
It's not great. The pictures are
my
not
God, I
great, but that's
love
how you
it.
know the cheesecakes are really good.
Yes.
I'm googling Merv.
Merv
Who's
Griffin used to be a talk show host
Late night,
before it was cool to be a talk show host.
before Johnny Carson.
Yeah.
Oh, I have no idea.
And isn't he married to Marlo Thomas or something? I think they're.
He lives in Palm Springs. We might be able to go see him.
Oh no, he wasn't married to Marlo
he might
Thomas.
be
Somebody
dead.
else. Yeah, I think he might be
He
dead.
might be dead.
Yeah,
You can visit
His
his
estate
memory.
is in Palm Springs. You can see that.
All right.
Oh yeah, he's been dead for almost 20 years.
So,
Apparently for sale.
there you
How
go.
much?
I'm sure it's like
Oh,
36
only
million.
36. That's a steal.
It's quaint.
It's a fixer-upper. So, okay. So, there's a lot going on in the world, and I just want to, get away from that for a little bit. And so, we're going to do another AITA episode. Am I the asshole? So, we picked up a few stories and stuff. We're going to read them, and then we're going to talk and figure out There's 4 different things that it can be.
4?
Yeah.
There's only 3.
No, there's 4.
Okay.
It's NTA, which stands for not the asshole. YTA, you're the asshole. ESH, which is everyone sucks here.
Okay.
And then NAH, no assholes here.
I'm so confused. I need a guide.
I wrote it.
I thought AITA was Andy in the airport. I thought we were going to do man on the street interview.
Andy in the airport. Our new segment.
Am I taking anal?
Or for me.
It's always yes.
Or for me, am I taking Andy?
Or Andean.
Nah.
Oh, I get it.
ESH was what? Everyone
Sucks here.
Yeah.
And then
What about no one's the asshole?
and that's nah. No asshole
no
here.
assholes here. Okay.
Yeah.
What about like?
This is it. This is it. There's no what about.
All the possible universe of options. Live within those, color within those lines.
Well, everyone sucks here is that like they're both stupid, right?
Yes.
Just everybody.
Or
Yeah.
both sides of the party are dumb.
All right. So my first one
Yeah.
is, am I the asshole? This is close to my heart.
Okay.
Am I not the asshole for not staying home from my Eras tour stop because my sister-in-law's mom died?
Oh.
I am currently on my flight to Indianapolis to see the Eras tour on Saturday. I bought tickets last year and have been booked and ready with my outfit, friendship bracelets, etc. I have been looking forward to this so much as someone who has been a fan since Red. My sister-in-law Grace told the family last night that her mom died. This is truly heartbreaking. I lost my dad when I was 20, so I do understand. I went over after work to be with them and also did the laundry for them and fixed them dinner. Before I left, I prepared a bunch of wraps to eat and some casserole as well. I was there until 2 a.m. and had barely slept. I got a call this morning from Grace asking if I could come over and spend the morning with her. I told her that unfortunately I had a few things I had to do before I could leave for my concert. She got very quiet and asked me if I was still going to that. I told her yes. I leave in 5 hours for the airport. She said that she couldn't believe I could still think about a concert when she had just become an orphan with no one in the world but our family.
Okay.
Which is true. I told her that I am so sorry and that when I get back, I will take off a few days to be with her if she needs. This is something I've been looking forward to, and also my friends coming with me are counting on me for things like the hotel, rental car, etc. She got angry and told me that I was a horrible sister-in-law and that she hopes when my mom dies, everyone abandons me too.
Oh.
I know this is the shock and grief talking, so I'm truly not mad at her. When my dad died, I said some pretty chaotic things too. But as I'm sitting on this flight, I feel so bad. I did everything I could think of before leaving to make the day-to-day banalities of life a little easier for them. There won't be a funeral, so there's no real big planning involved. Am I the asshole for still going on this trip despite my sister-in-law really not having a lot of other people to be there for her?
Ooh,
So I'm taking YTA and saying yada. You are totally the asshole.
Really?
And why?
Because a family member, somebody died, and I'm sorry, it's just a fucking concert.
Okay.
Sell the ticket, use that money, donate it to cancer research. This person's that you love lost a loved one.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say not the asshole. Maybe a hot take because it's an in-law, and so shouldn't the brother be more of a rock for the wife? Unless I don't know the history. Maybe they were friends before or whatever, but like I also feel like she did a lot prepping for her, and it's like, hey, I'm setting you up. Like I'm gonna pass the baton to someone else to support you, and then I'll be here in a little bit. So I feel like it's okay.
I'm not answering it.
Oh yes, you are. You're not. You have to have an input.
I think that I'm probably on the NTA.
No one's an asshole.
Yeah, not the asshole. Unless it was like, I need more information. This is one of those like more information needed because were they like really good friends?
That's what I'm saying.
And that's what a lot of like it was. There's not enough info because it's like how close are the sister and sister-in-law?
Yes.
Like where's the brother in all of this? Because the husband should be there with her.
Because I agree with Andy. If this relationship was like a true sister, you know what I mean? Then I'm like,
But then also, if you're a true sister, then you know how important the concert was. And but also it's like you should have had a conversation, but like, hey, I'm leaving. I just want to make sure you have everything you need before I go.
But also, she made casseroles and wraps.
It's all Taylor Swift's fault for having a conversation.
What were the casseroles? That's the question.
Here is
Taylor Swift.
100%.
Actually, it's Travis.
I mean, I don't like him.
If he earned enough money, she wouldn't have to do anything. Actually, I definitely don't think that the grieving person is an asshole, and you can have your feelings.
100%.
Right. And at this point in time, I'm at no assholes here, because like I'm giving grace to the sister-in-law because she's going through a hard time, and I get that. But also, you cannot expect people to drop and stop their lives because you had something happen. And I get it. I know it's a death and everything, but it's just like you have to learn to deal with these kind of things. They happen.
So I understand. My reaction made assumptions about the relationship. Mm-hmm. I assumed that they were close and that these were like, if all other things were equal, this person would have been at that funeral, no question. So the only variable was, I would come to your funeral, but I have a Taylor Swift concert.
Right. And I don't know how close she was to the mother-in-law either. I mean, it's not her mother-in-law.
Well, so again, and that's where I think like a lot of these situations, like there's so much like gray area and nuance that like we don't get, where it's like, maybe give us you're not going to give us your life story of like, hey, like me and Regina have known each other for 47 years, but like blah blah blah. It's like a snippet, and so like I think if we had a little more information on the relationship, that would maybe change.
Well, and as you guys were talking, I thought about the fact that like I live on the other side of the country from my siblings' parents, and if one of their parents were to pass, I wouldn't go to that funeral probably no matter what. So the concert wasn't a relevant determiner of that.
Yeah. I also think I know that the grieving girl was lashing out, but like I hope no one's there for you.
I'm like, that is your mother-in-law as well. Like, hey.
When the shoes, I'll make you a deal. When the shoe's on the other foot, I will get you a ticket.
You can go see Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Well, that's expensive. I'll get you, Coldplay.
I feel like Coldplay probably is expensive too.
I'm sure they are.
Did you hear the Black Eyed Peas canceled their residency in Vegas?
At the big the big
at the Sphere?
The Sphere?
No, it wasn't the Sphere because no, I don't think so. Kenny Chesney has his residency coming up at the Sphere.
Well, I guess people were funking with Black Eyed Peas' heart.
Right. Well, they were like, due to current circumstances, like what? You're not selling any tickets because nobody wants to see you without Fergie?
Is it because Fergie peed her pants one time on stage and people can't forget it?
It's Black Eyed Peas without Fergie.
Without Fergie.
So they're like, who's gonna sing Fergie's part?
Right. They don't have any, so they're probably not selling any tickets because of that.
But I mean,
even though I enjoyed the Black Eyed Peas before they got Fergie.
I mean, Fergie was a nice addition to Where's the Love, but like Black Eyed Peas, you can get a replacement Fergie.
Right, exactly. Just find somebody on the street. What's yours?
Okay, this one made me think of you because it's about sparkling water.
Oh my god, I have that one?
Do you want to do it?
No, go ahead.
Okay. So, am I the asshole for not sharing my sparkling water with my family?
No.
Done. Case in point. So,
fuck them kids.
No, because I was sifting through and I was like, oh, sparkling. I was like, I know Paula bubbly. All right, so I'm not going to be as like eloquent with my like
your storytelling
fluctuations or whatever.
Your
narrating. All right, so it goes, early on in our marriage, I shared with my wife how my parents would buy us treats and not share them with us kids. We were dirt poor to the point of going hungry, and sometimes they would buy things like ice cream or Fritos or something like that, and it was off hands for the kids. So now here we are with 4 kids of our own. We are not poor, but we are not rich. We have an overstocked snack cupboard, and the kids don't want for anything. They are free to get snacks as they want. We rarely deny them what they ask for. When we have a treat, everyone gets it. I really enjoy sitting down and drinking cold, sparkling water. Cough, cough, cough.
Same.
Like bubbly or LaCroix, etc. It calms me down. My therapist even recommended it as a way to restart. The thing is, the kids also love sparkling water, so when we buy a 12-pack, it's gone in less than 2 days. Sure, I've had a couple, but when I want one again, they're all gone.
Oh my God, you whiner. Go to Costco, they're like 20 cents a can.
Sometimes we will go crazy and buy a couple Costco packs, which just means that subtle foreshadowing. That was perfect.
These were written for me, I'm sorry.
Sometimes we'll go crazy and buy a couple Costco packs, which just means that everyone drinks at about double the rate. And when I want one, they are once again gone, even if I expected there to be some. I don't think it's a wise budget move for everyone in the family to constantly be drinking sparkling water, especially when we're trying to save money, but I want one when I want one. My wife and kids think this is selfish, and my wife will remind me when I told her about my own family. I want to be able to enjoy sparkling water when I want, without the fear of them being gone. Sometimes I will hide a couple in the fridge and be extra upset and when I discover they're gone. Shouldn't at the age of 44, I be allowed to have something of my own, like sparkling water?
Yes.
Because you had kids.
I've considered buying my own mini fridge, but that seems ridiculous, and it's not cost of energy effective. And how would that even be different? I've asked my family to help me resolve this, and they just think I'm being selfish and should go with should just go without sparkling water when everyone else goes without, and then when I want some, just be okay with not having some. Am I the asshole?
I mean,
No.
you're a baby is what you are.
I don't even think you're a baby.
I think that you need to get your own soda stream.
I was going to say, get a soda stream.
No, because you know how expensive those canisters are?
They are expensive.
But if the kids are not going to want unflavored.
Then you have to control who uses that soda stream, because you could be like, I will give you 3 pumps for your water. 1, 2, 3.
And not even long pumps.
You need to hide some of that soda
Or just
water
get
with
it,
your
or just have a
dildos.
soda stream in your own special area, and then you're good.
I don't know.
So I do think they could get a little fridge, put it in your bedroom.
Yeah.
Put a few of the cans in there. They're yours. If the kids run out earlier, their problem, not yours. And
But also, pull up your bootstraps and make some more money.
Yeah.
Work harder.
No, fuck them kids.
No. Also, you should tell your kids, listen, these are mine.
Right. We're going to learn about wants, needs, and being disappointed right now.
allocation.
I just love how he's like, we got the Costco, but then they drank them faster, and it's like, I don't think kids should be having a lot of sparkling water anyway. Just give them regular water.
Well, but it's better than having soda,
That's true.
because there's no syrup.
Is it though?
I wish my mom would have started me earlier on soda water.
I hate it.
I
can't.
We are going to have a spit and swallow people of sparkling water just to make Joe do it.
We had this conversation at work today about
300
preferred Alka-Seltzer flavors, and I'm like,
Wait,
There's
Alka-Seltzer?
more than one flavor. of
yes,
Alka-Seltzer?
lemon lime Alka-Seltzer.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Picky up. So, but because everyone was talking about the LaCroix, and I was like, I hate LaCroix because it tastes like Alka-Seltzer with a hint of flavor, and they're like, no, it doesn't. And I'm like, all the Perrier, the Pellegrino, it just there's the carbonation. I can't.
No, you have to get Saratoga. Saratoga is amazing sparkling water, and then you put it in the refrigerator or the freezer for a little bit, and then it gets so nice and cold. I love super cold
But
sparkling
do you
water.
burp a lot when you drink it?
And
It doesn't
Yes.
matter.
If you drink it all the time, then you just burp all the time.
Yeah,
I burp all the time already. So
so I say NTA.
I
I
say
say ESH.
everyone sucks. Yeah, I think that they may need to evaluate their lives.
Right.
If you're an adult man that can't tell your kids to portion, and they
Or
don't
tell your
respect
kids
you.
no.
Yeah, listen, little Donnie.
But also, I feel
Funny
guilty
Debbie.
now because
Get a job.
Maybe as a kid, I probably ate things that were for my parents, and they just.
I'm trying to remember when I was a kid, if my parents had special things. I don't know.
Mine didn't, no. I mean, she ate stuff that I just didn't want to eat, like pig's blood and things like that. So,
Same.
Better her than me.
exactly.
Well,
I can't say my parents ate pig's blood.
we had a lot of kids, right? And so if you had dessert, there were probably more than the number of us. Like you might get a dozen, and there were 6 kids and 2 adults. So we all learned to eat very, very fast. Because the sooner you were done, the more likely you got
a second one.
There was method to that madness.
Strategy.
I got to walk around this microphone thing at school. I got to.
I know you have been mobile.
I know.
She is on the move, girl. I think everyone sucks in that one. So
Okay.
that's my vote.
All right. This one, I think, is... I found this one, and I was like, oh, it made me think of Nick.
Oh, we had
wait.
inspo.
In the
I know.
most flattering way possible.
Yes, of course. I can hardly believe that
What's the title? Am I the asshole?
Oh, I forgot. I didn't copy that.
No!
It's okay. But
From the story.
I can hardly believe that I'm writing this or that it happened, but I am, and it did, so here we go. I, a 28 female, have been with my boyfriend, a 29-year-old male, for 3 years. Every now and then he has to go to Utah for a few days because his team has a customer service branch that operates out there. I got a text from one of his coworkers who has become a friend of ours, and it said that on the trip, my boyfriend cheated on me with some guy on the customer care team. I did not believe it at first because, first of all, my boyfriend has always identified as straight. And second of all, I just couldn't believe it. When he got home, I asked him about it, basically expecting him to confirm it was nonsense. And instead, he got real quiet and had to sit down and said he had to tell me something. He said it was true. He did have a one-night stand with a guy. I couldn't believe it. I asked him if he was telling me he was gay or bisexual, and regardless, cheating is cheating. He insisted he was not gay at all, but the strangest thing happened. He said that when he was at dinner with his Utah coworkers, he suddenly became gay. I was like, what? What the fuck? He said he thinks it was due to the altitude. I was like, you're fucking with me, right? But he said after he had done it with this guy, he got really confused as to how all of a sudden he was gay. He said that higher altitudes can have an impact on how people think and on their emotions.
Oh my God.
And he thinks that the high altitude made him gay temporarily. He said that as soon as he landed back home, he was back to being straight. I was like, did we get drugged or something? But he said that was not possible. They were always in a group at dinner, which is when he became gay, and was only alone with the guy afterwards.
Of course.
He said he had done a lot of thinking on the drive back from the airport, and he confirmed within himself that he is straight, and that his only conclusion could be that he was temporarily turned gay due to the altitude. I was like, whatever, I guess we were breaking up. He looked at me confused. I was like, gay or not, you did cheat on me. He said it wasn't his fault, and that human actions are just a byproduct of accidental brain chemistry, and that his chemistry had been altered through no fault of his own due to the higher altitudes of Utah.
This guy needs to be a lawyer.
He said he couldn't believe I would blame him for something medical and scientific that was out of his control.
He just got hired for the Trump administration.
Right. He really
Don't tell Republicans that altitude makes you gay.
He really looked bewildered that I was angry about this. I don't know. Maybe he's convincing me and I'm a rube, but I am starting to wonder if I'm overreacting. Like, I know it sounds insane, but is it possible to accidentally change your sexual orientation due to emotional changes brought on by altitude? Is that possible? And if it is, am I overreacting? Should I throw away a 3-year relationship for this?
Yes.
He's acting like I'm being rude and weird. I'm confused.
Well,
What were some of the comments?
If he was a top, he would be even higher.
Right? I didn't get any of the comments and stuff, but it's just like, girl, don't let him gaslight
I wanna
you.
know why
That's
you
gaslight,
said that this made you think of Nick. I don't think there's...
Because it was Utah.
Well, the altitude made me gay too.
Yeah, exactly.
Stay gay.
A lot of Mormons up there, and a lot of them are gay because of the altitude.
Just the extent of the emotional gymnastics that the guy was like, obviously it's because it was at altitude that I'm gay. It's like, honey.
So I'm like, she is not the asshole.
Whatever it is, he's the asshole.
Yes, he is the asshole.
He cheated on you. He's making this big old web of lies. He's trying to justify it using big old words and like science and gaslighting you. Girl, you are way better off with a straight man that will plow you.
Or she needs to go to Utah.
Oh, yes.
So that she can
See?
Because then she could figure out for herself, like, wow, no, I don't like women.
Don't go to Utah. Just find another man.
It's a great place.
No, like,
Don't believe his lies.
she should have to go with him on his next trip to Utah.
I mean, wait. You were gay in Utah. I was gay in Utah.
See,
Nick
were we
was gay in Utah.
Yes, we were.
I think there's a statistical significance.
You were
I'd
extra
probably-
gay in Utah. Listen, I can't help if I'm in a place I'm not supposed to do things. There's an extra. Ooh, naughty. That's why
Heavenly Father is watching.
Yeah. You get a front row seat, Mr. Smith. Joseph Smith, right? Okay, so I have one. It's not gay, but it's similar. So it's, am I the asshole for telling my cousin he's ugly because he keeps questioning my boyfriend's sexuality? I am 22 female, and I've been dating my boyfriend for around a year. My boyfriend is a model. He looks extremely androgynous and has longer hair. I don't mind it, despite people seeing him as feminine. I see him as beautiful, and him being comfortable with his sexuality and letting me do makeup on him / paint his nails is a bonus. My dad and his girlfriend met him. They're completely fine and never disrespected him because of the way he looks. I figured it was time for my boyfriend to meet my family at a birthday party last week because all my cousins already have partners that they introduced. We went and had fun. My boyfriend is social and was able to get along with most of my family just fine. So I thought everything was okay. I have an oldest cousin who is extremely traditional and obnoxious. We went eating yesterday with my dad and a few other cousins, and he started interrogating me on my boyfriend's sexuality. It was extremely disrespectful. He was making fun of my boyfriend's hair, his build, his nails, his clothes, even getting to the point where he was questioning me on if my boyfriend was even into women. I'm not confrontational, especially with my family, but this asshole is fucking annoying. He was nagging me and trying to make my relationship into a joke because my boyfriend isn't traditionally masculine. I told him at least my boyfriend wasn't a fat, ugly fuck like him.
That is so bad.
No, he isn't a prize, so he should stop speaking. I couldn't have gone further below the belt, but my cousin shut up and I didn't want to cause further issues. The fact that he thinks it's okay to shame me when his girlfriend isn't the most attractive person yet, I still treated her with nothing but kindness and grace, is ridiculous. It feels like he's entitled to disrespect me because I'm the youngest and a woman. When we got home, my dad told me not to say anything next time because I already know my cousin is a dumbass and isn't worth it. He said he gets that I am mad, but next time let me handle it because I've escalated the situation. Am I the asshole?
Everyone sucks here, in my opinion.
I mean, not the asshole because, like, first of all, it's probably because your cousin was turned on
100%.
by your boyfriend and
Yeah,
can't deal with those feelings.
Not the asshole, and I'm also like, get it, girl, fat, ugly fuck.
Well, but I mean, that's where she became the asshole, though.
Yes.
Right.
When she,
I mean, she stooped a little low, but also like,
At least she attacked him and not his girlfriend.
yes.
So
until
that's
the
a good
end.
thing.
Until the end.
Well, yeah,
I don't
and
think
her.
she attacked
I don't
him
think she like
directly, or
said
attacked
she
her
didn't say it to
directly.
her.
She would have
but-
been less of an asshole if she stopped 2 sentences earlier.
right. Yeah. So
I mean, I think you can't. That's why people, do hate crimes. They form opinions based on looks and impression and
Yeah.
well, and you also have to understand, like you can't be surprised by somebody's ignorance when it comes to things like this.
Right.
So you should have been like, I'm sorry, but you should have been prepared to deal with those kind of questions.
Yeah.
It's true. It's like those are the kind of things you're gonna run into, and he's gonna run into.
Yep.
Not everyone is gonna be as open as you.
Yeah.
But you could just be like, I don't know. Do you want to go to Utah with him?
Yep. You'll see Nick there.
Now I want to go to Utah.
Does he work at customer care?
Customer care.
That was what the guy worked in the last story. Okay. Am I the asshole for declining to invite a woman who has called herself a total klepto into my home? Ooh. This is actually, I read this one and I was like, okay, now I want to do Am I the Asshole? Because this is a really good one. I joined a women's social club 6 months ago. Means a bunch of lesbians that sit around and talk.
They're all assholes.
Because I've been struggling to make friends after relocating to a new-to-me city. It took me a while to warm up to the group and to connect with people I actually had anything in common with. I had to wade through a lot of Botox parties and boozy brunches to find things I was interested in. But I did, and I started coming to group events fairly often. I hang out with most often with the women who like to read, do crafty things, bake, skywatch, etc. Among these women is one, I'll call her Andrea, who has made several comments about how she's a total klepto. I think that she makes these comments to seem cool to the other people in the group. I reached out to some of the women I see regularly at these events and invited them over to my place to watch a TV show we've been talking about and to do crafty stuff. Probably Sex in the City. Here we go again. They were excited and agreed to come. Unfortunately, Andrea found out I assumed someone asked if she was going and reached out to me to ask if she was invited. I considered this for a bit and then told her no, as I only had so much room at home. She didn't believe me and asked me for the real reason, saying I thought we got along, which, yes, is true. I told her I'm not comfortable inviting a kleptomaniac into my home, that I've worked hard to have the things I have, and it would be stupid for me to invite her knowing that she openly brags about it. She said, okay, very quietly. She then said, you're painting me out to be some horrible criminal when you don't even know anything about me. I said that her being proud to call herself a klepto was all I needed to know. She said that I was a high school mean girl and ableist. I am unsure what the foundation for that statement is. This, unfortunately, has spilled over to the group, which is frustrating. But what has me the most surprised is that there are so many people defending her and telling her that I'm out of touch and take things too literally. Am I?
Okay, klepto is stealing, right?
Yeah.
Correct. So here's the thing. Kleptomania is actually a diagnosed
It's a condition.
condition.
Yeah.
People who, for the most part, who have kleptomania are very shameful about it because they don't like it. It's something that they can't control and they don't enjoy that about themselves.
So they wouldn't be bragging about it.
The other thing is, I'm like, you're kind of an asshole. I mean, to me, everyone sucks here because I'm like, first of all, you should have just like talked to the other women in the group and be like, hey, have you invited so-and-so over? Have you ever had anything missing? What is that like? You know,
Has Andrea stolen
Is she
anything
just
from you?
kidding or is this for real?
correct. And then it's also like, okay, I'm glad that you actually said something, but like the other woman, like don't go around saying you're a klepto and then expect people to invite you anywhere.
Right.
Like,
I think I don't know, like I get that she's like trying to be fun and like, oh, I'm a klepto, ha ha ha, but like I don't think you throw that around, you know?
correct.
Another thing you could do, my friend that used to work at Anthropology, when I was visiting her in the city, and she was leaving her job, and they check the bags when the employees leave. So you could have been like, hey, you're invited. Just FYI, before you leave, we're going to look in your purse.
Yeah, we're like, because of what you said,
Because of what you said.
I'm inviting you, but just know that
And a
this comes with
cavity
conditions.
search
Yes.
on the way out.
We're going to check your pockets and your bag.
Or like every room in the house is camera.
Yeah.
All the viewing video.
We're going to check your pockets and your pussy. Oh my God.
Pockets and pussy.
EMP.
It's like this is like border patrol, okay?
If you swallow anything, you get to keep that.
Border Patrol.
This is giving Andy life. Andy loves to watch that.
Oh yeah, we have to watch those too.
Oh my gosh. Well, you know, not to deflect from this woman who truly is an asshole.
I agree with you.
When I have to do so many treadmill or elliptical as part of my cardiac rehab stuff.
Okay.
One of the best distractions for that is watching those Border Patrol videos. They're so, like, how did they get that cocaine in that shoe? I would have never looked there.
I gotta watch those. They're great. I gotta watch those. Oh my God. I gotta watch those. Those are great. Okay, I have a couple, but I think I'm trying to figure the one that's the juiciest. Oops, where did it go? Oh no. Hold on. There's a sparkling water one. Okay. Am I the asshole for not telling my friend about his potential real dad?
About what?
Yes.
The answer is yes before.
Listen to the context nuance, man.
Okay.
It says names have been changed to protect identities. It was, am I the asshole for not telling my friend about his potential real dad?
Okay.
I attended a party where my friend Cody shared a shocking revelation about our mutual friend Derek. He revealed that Derek's biological father is not his real dad, and Derek is completely unaware of this. Intrigued, I asked Cody how he had come to know this information. Cody explained that Derek's mother has been having an affair with his stepfather, who Derek has never met.
Oh my god.
Cody discloses that his mother is fully aware of the situation. The only reason she hasn't divorced his stepfather is because she is waiting for him to die so she can inherit his entire estate. To my astonishment, Cody showed me a picture of his stepfather, and to my surprise, Derek bears a striking resemblance to him. Cody made me promise not to reveal the information to Derek, as it would not only devastate Derek's family, but also his parents. He warned me that breaking up a family would be devastating and have consequences. It's been approximately 8 years since I had this conversation with Cody, and we have not spoken since. However, I maintain a close relationship with Derek. Occasionally I feel guilty for not telling Derek the truth, but I'm reluctant to take responsibility for potentially causing irreparable harm to a family, especially since his mom passed away a few weeks ago. Am I the asshole?
So actually, just I couldn't follow all the parties. Derek is the one that is
Potentially has a different dad. Yes.
Is the dad that his potential real dad, who he looks like, the rich one?
The stepdad.
Yes.
So whose stepdad is he?
So Cody is a friend. Derek has a stepdad, right?
And stepdad is the one with the big inheritance?
Yes, and he's the actual dad.
No. I see the confusion. So Derek has a dad.
We need a map.
Okay.
Derek has a dad. Realized, so Cody had a conversation and understood that Derek's biological father is not his real dad, but basically Derek's mom has been having an affair with Cody's stepdad.
Okay, so Cody's stepdad was sleeping with Derek's mom.
Ongoing.
So Cody's
God, this is
so Cody already knows that Derek is his actual brother,
potentially,
half-brother.
but he just said, "Oh, there's a striking resemblance," and it's like
Okay.
that doesn't mean anything.
But also, first of all, yes, you're the asshole, and no, don't tell him because his mom's dead, so there's no way for him to verify this.
Right.
Unless he's going to go to 23andMe or
Plus,
something.
don't affect his inheritance in any way.
Right.
So if
and the body.
if
Right.
his biological father is going to die and give him a huge estate, don't.
And bitch, you've been sitting on this for 8 years. It's obviously not tearing you up too much.
Or it is, and it's like clearly like you need to get.
And what kind of relationship are you guys having? Are you going to Utah for special weekends?
Why did it be Utah? Because the altitude, it's scientific. And what was it? The emotions. And
Because if it wasn't an issue, they would call it Mita. It's all about you.
yeah. Oh my god,
That's pretty good, actually.
So-
That's pretty good.
So I'm like, you are an asshole for holding on to this for so long and waiting until, because if you were going to say something,
Don't be a bigger asshole.
if you were going to say something, you should have said something while his mom was alive.
Yes.
You know,
Or talk to his mom and tell her to tell him.
but she's dead.
But I mean,
Yeah, when she was alive.
years ago, right?
Yeah. So,
talk to his biological dad. If you really want to get yourself involved in that family, then
well, yeah. So have Cody's dad meet up with him and just say, "Hey, we're just gonna hang out. Maybe take a weekend trip to Utah."
Can you put this swab in your mouth and give it to me here?
Just in your butthole.
Here, I'll throw that cup away for you, and then just hold on to it again.
Oh my god. Well, and it's kind of like it's all based on speculation. Like, he looks strikingly similar. So what?
Yeah.
You basically could be wrong and like thinking that you're right, and then you also fuck this person's family up.
God, okay.
That one was bad.
When I read it earlier, it made more sense. I think because I had coffee.
I think it would have been better with visual aids.
We needed,
Yeah.
we needed
A family
diagram.
tree.
We needed a whiteboard so we could be like, okay.
Or like the wall in that Harry Potter house where they show the whole family tree and
Yes.
you can understand why
we needed-
Bellatrix is connected to...
You know, I'm going to go onto the Reddit post and reply and be like, you need to like draw us a picture.
Well, you need or you need one of those boards like they do for serial killers, where like there's the red string and it all kind of
with the pin. Maddie Matlock. Kathy Bates has that on her show. It's a lot of the string. So yeah.
Well, all right, that was fun. If anybody wants to like email us and you tell us based on those stories who's the asshole, or if there even was one, you can email us at tugayspod@yahoo.com.
Or they may have asshole stories.
Or they may have "Am I the asshole" that you want us to tell on air and tell you if we think you're the asshole or not.
You are.
We may even call you and have you record it over the air.
Oh my God, yes.
Oh, there you go.
Give us a ring. That would be fun.
Should we get like a phone number where people can leave messages?
How do you do that?
I'm sure there's a way.
Go to AITA.com.
Can't you?
That's it. I thought that was a totally different website than it is.
It's hosted in Utah.
Customer care is very friendly.
This call may be recorded. Quality assurance purposes.
We didn't know what company he worked for, but it was like, Falcon Studios.
or you could drop us a line on Instagram when we're there.
You are there. They could do you could do like a voice memo, right? That's the thing on Instagram.
Is it?
You can even go to our YouTube channel.
We have a YouTube channel, yes.
Listen, there are plenty of methods to communicate with us.
That do not involve Meta.
But
yes.
like on YouTube,
isn't, right?
No,
YouTube's
that's Google.
Yes.
On YouTube, is it These Unprecedented Gays or Two Gays Pod?
Two Gays Pod.
And that's spelled TUGAYSPOD. Well, everyone, have a great week.
And to our listeners, thank you for tuning in to These Unprecedented Gays. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and join us next time as we continue exploring the ever-changing landscape of queer life. Until then, stay proud, stay fierce, and stay unprecedented.